Hey guys, welcome to HipHughes History. It's the night before the exam. You're a little bit stressed. You can't fall asleep. You know you should study, but you know you should sleep. So what if there was a video that helped you do both? And that's what we're going to try to accomplish in the next few minutes, guys. My name is Mr. Hughes. I'm in my pajama top, and we're going to help you fall asleep to history. Alright guys, we're back. I've been teaching U.S. history for 15 years, and on the last day of every year I've done this exercise with my kids as kind of a way to teach them how to fall asleep easily. A lot of kids get stressed and you know, have insomnia, and they'll be up the night, you know, the exam all night and be zombies in the morning. And as a way to kind of, you know, maybe implant some ideas, you know, as you're falling asleep, some things that are on the test. Worst case scenario, you know, you should fall asleep. Best case scenario, you know, maybe we get you a few extra points on your exams in the morning. But whatever, you know, the reason is you're watching it, I hope you enjoy it, I hope it works. And I'm going to explain what we're going to do, and then we're going to do it. Giddy up, let's go. Let's go to sleep. All right. So, I don't know why is this... I don't know why this works, and that's another video. Maybe some pseudoscientist can tell you why it works. Some of it sounds kind of mumbo-jumbo, to be honest with you, but I've used it, I've taught it to kids, it works. It's not religious, it's not spiritual, it's just kind of a mind game that you can play to fall asleep. And we're going to use the colors of the rainbow. We use Roy G. Biv, and if there's a scientific reason, so be it. Frequencies, I don't know, but I'm going to have you in a moment close your eyes and listen to my voice. Freaky is that. And I'm going to really just ask you to visualize the colors as I talk about them. And if you really are able to kind of put some other things out of your mind and just focus on the colors, either just the color itself, or if it helps you, if you're not a great visualizer and you can strengthen that kind of exercise muscle in your brain, think of like a red fire hydrant or a fire truck and whatever works for you. And then we're literally going to try to get you to fall asleep, and then I'll talk a little bit about the exam. In class, I wake them up. Can't just have them sleep all day. Here, I'll probably just kind of let you keep sleeping. So whatever it is, it is. If you're watching, you're watching. Thanks for watching, by the way. Here we go. Let's go to sleep. Noam Chomsky, this is crazy. Okay, so I hope that you're relaxed. I hope you're in a position that you can fall asleep. You shouldn't be probably watching this on the bus. And I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, I guess. And here we go. So the first thing that I would like you to do is I would like to kind of have you breathe in a certain manner. And this is just going to make it easier to relax, make it easier to fall asleep at the end of a long day here. So I'd like you to take a deep breath through your nose, through your nostrils, and just to try to hold that for 3 or 4 seconds. Then we're going to exhale the air through our mouth. So here we go, I'll demonstrate. Just to continue that pattern of breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just continue to do that as you listen to my voice. Deep in through our nose. Push it through your mouth. Just continue doing that. So, with your mind kind of starting to blank itself out a little bit, we're going to replace whatever's in your mind with the color red. Some of you immediately will see kind of a flash of red. Others of you, if you don't see that, if your mind is beginning to wander, I want you to think of something red. See a fire truck, you know, kind of the vibrant red color, shiny, kind of bouncing off the truck. And just kind of keep concentrating on the color red as you listen to my voice, and continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with the color red. Just begin to feel the red as you see it. It's just kind of fiery and it's brilliant and bright red. And you continue to hold that red as we get ready, as you continue to breathe. Let's do one more deep breath with red in through our nose and out through our mouth. As we continue to the color orange. So, same game. If you see orange, just focus on the orange. Could be a mist of orange that's kind of surrounding you. If you're having trouble, see a pumpkin. a bright orange cone. And the orange is like the red vibrant. It is all around you. Just sense the color orange as you continue to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth with the color orange. And we're thinking of nothing but the color. If your mind begins to wander, just stay with the orange as we continue to relax, to feel more at ease, continuing to breathe. And one more deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouths. We're moving now to yellow. Yellow is a beautiful golden yellow, easy to see in your mind. The bright color of a sunflower, sharp and vibrant, filling your mind, relaxing you. As you start to feel even more at ease, beginning to fall asleep with the color yellow. In through our nose, out through our mouths with the color yellow. So we're getting closer to a state of total relaxation and easiness with the color yellow. Continue to see it as we take one more deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouths with the color yellow. Moving from a yellow to a sharp green field of freshly cut green grass. Color green all around you. Forest with green leaves filling your mind's eye. As you become even more relaxed, you're beginning to fall asleep with the color green. Breathing through your nose and out through your mouth with the color green. One more deep breath with the color green in through our nose, out through our mouths as we move to the color blue. Beautiful blue sky. Not a cloud to be seen. All around you with the color blue. The deepest blue water you've ever seen. The blue sky with the color blue. As our breathing is slow because we're falling asleep. The color blue. And finally, we move to violet. See a field of violet poppies. Sharp violet that's soothing and relaxing. As we're continuing to get even deeper into a state of sleep, relaxation. As you continue to listen to my voice. So in your mind's eye, I would like you to visualize or to see a set of stairs leading downward. Perhaps it's a stairway that you recognize. It could be wooden or concrete, spiral or straight down, but you see the staircase, and we're going to begin to walk down the staircase, which will lead us to a place of even deeper relaxation, a place where we can continue to sleep and also see things and experience things. So as I begin to take you down the stairs, I would like you to feel your body descend as you continue to listen to my voice and relax as we begin. As you take your first step down, 1, we can continue to 2. We go down another step to 3. Your body is beginning to feel even lighter, more at ease. We can Kind of make out the bottom of the stairs, about 10 stairs. We're at 4. Halfway at 5. 6. Continuing with 7. We're almost to the bottom of your stairs. We're at step 8. 2 more steps. 9. And we're now at the bottom of the steps. And you're at a place of peace and relaxation. I would like you to look up and to see a door. This is a door to what we're going to call your own place. Your own place of privacy, of sleep, of the power to problem solve and think. A place that you can, in a sense, escape to de-stress, to sleep and relax. And I would like you to see the door as you see it. Could be a wooden door. Possibly it is a door you recognize. And I would like you to kind of visualize the idea that you're reaching in your pocket and there's a key. And the key is going to fit right into the lock of that door. And we're now going to turn it. And we're going to open the door. And as the door begins to open, I would like you to see the most beautiful scenery that you would like to be in. You could be on a beach or in a log cabin in the woods. You could be wherever you would like. And just to see and take a deep breath as you smell the air. Visualize a place of peace and serenity. And we're going to begin to walk around. As you know, tomorrow or in the upcoming days you have an important examination, and you're going to visualize somewhere in your place that there's an envelope. And of course we're going to walk to the envelope. Maybe there's a tree, maybe there's a hammock, but we're going to sit down or lay down as we continue breathing in through our nose, out through our mouths. We're going to open the envelope. And inside the envelope, it's marked History Examination. So as we continue to listen to my voice, you feel excited and at ease. You feel an enormous amount of stress leave your body as you feel confident that with the examination, you're going to be able to pass tomorrow, pass your exam. So we open up the pages and the words begin to fly off the paper. You recognize some vocabulary like House of Burgesses, Mayflower Compact, and your mind races to self-government, to the concept of representation, the colonial era. The words continue to jump. You start going through the multiple choice, smiling as you recognize triangular trade and mercantilism. The economic ideas flow through your mind of power, of being a pawn, of manufacturing, of money. You continue to move through the examination. You read through the question on the Declaration of Independence. You laugh as you remember it's a letter. Relieving the king. The Articles of Confederation comes next. You repeat out loud, the articles suck because the feds were too weak. And you check off the multiple choice. Continuing through the Constitution, the checks and balances, the flexibility and restraints, the amendments, the powers of the president, the compromises like the Great Compromise in 3/5. All of the vocab is with you. It's been with you all the time. And now you feel at ease as you have access to that information. Going through the multiple choice, you continue and you go through your early federal questions like Whiskey Rebellion, like Hamilton's Bank. You go through Marbury and John Marshall ideas. The strengthening of federalism, you say it quickly in your mind. Your mind races through federalism as the division of power between the feds and the states. This has helped you so much on this examination. You continue as the country begins to experience manifest destiny. Jefferson drops the baby, the Louisiana Purchase. You begin to know that you're going to pass. Continue through the examination, through your Jackson questions, the Indian Removal Act, the expansion through the Mexican War, and one of the bigger concepts that you realize, the expansion of slavery, leading to sectionalism. You're not quite halfway through the exam as you pile through the questions on Missouri Compromise, on the Fugitive Slave Act, on Dred Scott, on all of the economic and the social, the political reasons why the North and South eventually get themselves into the Civil War. The election of Lincoln, the South secedes. And you remember that the Civil War is a war of federalism as much as it is about slavery. You fall into Reconstruction, you've saved the Union. You remember the Hugs and Slugs lecture as Lincoln and Johnson want the South to enter easily. The radical Republicans want to punish the South. You go into industrialization, the transcontinental railroad, the development of monopolies, the extreme riches of the age, social Darwinism, capitalism, laissez-faire. And then you start to see the hands of the government begin to go down. The hands of the government begin to go down. Populism, the Grange, the formation of unions, the Sherman Antitrust Act. And then you fall into the age of progressivism, muckraking and Teddy Roosevelt, the federal government taking action, the Meat Inspection Act, the FDA. And then you notice the test begins to shift to foreign policy. You've already gone through the isolationism years, and you begin to laugh as you rub your belly. We're hungry for raw materials, for new markets. And then you go through your imperialism questions, the Spanish-American War, the acquisition of Hawaii, open door with China. And then the country begins to experience a period of economic successes in the 1920s. I got to start over with that one. And then as the country begins to imperialize and at the same time goes through the progressive age, the country begins to withdraw from the world during World War I. World War I rages. The United States is neutral isolationism until unrestricted submarine warfare, the Zimmerman Note, and the United States begins to become a world power by fighting World War I. You go through your Woodrow Wilson question, Kumbaya, the League of Nations, the 14 points, and then you bring yourself back to the United States for a period of neutrality and isolationism. At the same time, we go domestically. We know the World War I ideas of the Great Migration, of factory jobs for African Americans. We experience war bonds and some propaganda, and then we go into the Roaring Twenties, Prohibition, the Jazz Age, flappers, and expansion of the American idea of individualism, the Great Gatsby, freedom. And then we fall 1929, the Great Depression. You're more than halfway through the exam, and you know you're going to pass. You go through your Great Depression questions, Hoover and laissez-faire, into the New Deal, FDR, all the alphabet soup policies. They just bubble to the surface as you go through the questions. And then you lead yourself into the 1930s and the rise of Nazism in Europe as the United States slowly begins to go again from neutrality to war. 1939, 1940, the Lend-Lease Act, Pearl Harbor. The United States then goes to World War II. The Manhattan Project, war bonds, Rosie the Riveter. The United States wins the war. We drop bombs, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, world power, United Nations. And then you go through your Cold War questions, your McCarthyism questions, your Red Scare questions, containment Containment, you remember that from class, as the United States takes action to stop the spread of communism. You go through your Marshall Plan. You go through your Korea and Vietnam. And then you bring yourself into the 1960s and 70s with détente. Your questions at the end of the exam, you go through Carter and Reagan, supply side economics, Clinton, new federalism. And you feel confident. You feel confident from the beginning of the exam to the end of the exam, ending with 9/11, Patriot Act, Afghanistan, Iraq. And although you've not seen every question on the exam, you're confident you're going to do well. You go through your thematic essay, you write a strong 4 or 5 paragraph essay. You use vocabulary you remember and thesis and theme. If you have document-based essays, you remember strategies. You use documents, you just don't report on documents. You include outside information, stuff that's not in the documents. You are confident you're going to pass this thing, and you're going to sleep. So you decide to completely go to REM. You put the test back in the envelope and place it down. And you continue to sleep. Good night, guys.